Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Cancer. If Cancer is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, let's see what these tea leaves have to say tonight. And so, our card for this evening is the Nine of Cups, which has everything to do with happiness. And I'm happy to see that. Okay. Well, we have a large F. Maybe a big fail. Maybe a happy fail. Maybe you are happy something has failed. I don't know. Maybe it is a name. It could be an E as well, really. Looking at it, it looks like an E too. All right, let's get started. I want to start with this one. We have, which it looks like a goat, a goat man standing, looking into this metaphysical, spiritual zone on the rim here, okay? And I'm looking down here. We look like we have maybe an ox with the large head and a large body there. So we have a goat man and an ox, and they both look like they're peering off into the great unknown. This is beneath the veil of happiness, and you know, what comes to mind here is fortitude, right, with the ox, longevity, moving slowly and with intention. With the goat, we have an unconventional character, somebody who may be a little bit silly, but also quite serious about what they do. Not necessarily a trickster, but a bit of an absurdist, I suppose. I think the message that comes to me for this reading, for this cycle, is that love opens everything. And, you know, to really be able to immerse yourself in a life of love, living in love, you must be somewhat of an absurd or absurdist person. Because it's not easy. It's not easy to see love in all things. It's not easy to feel love continuously. Even when you are facing hardships, when things are going absolutely wrong. With the goat, we also have this kind of concept of living by your desire, by your instinct. And I think that you are pretty good at trusting in that which is to come by living in your desire and your instinct. I think you know yourself well. You know what you want. You know what you want. And with that, Ox, I know that you also are willing to do the hard thing, which is also not easy. Okay, now here we have turned on your side. It looks like, well, it looks like a dragonfly to me. And here we have maybe a mountain or a flame, maybe a flame. We have a lion, so maybe a Leo. And here we have what looks like maybe a little bug, both kind of facing away from the fires. And, you know, I really think that, well, with the dragonfly, this is something I never knew, but I learned, I think maybe last year, because we have so many dragonflies here, that they are the ultimate aerial predator. They're one of the most vicious insects in the insect world, because of their ability to, you know, maneuver, get around. They have that perspective from the sky. They catch a lot of prey. So I feel like this is really truly a sign of your great intelligence. You are quite calculated when you want to be. I think you put a lot of thought in everything you do. You know, as we know about cancers, you all can be at times pretty narrowly focused on the things that you care about. And that can, you know, have its own limitations. But that doesn't mean that you are not able to kind of pull back and look at the larger picture. It's just a matter of reminding yourself to do so. And then here we have the lion and the bug. And well, with Leo, you know, you are neighbors in that. But I wonder if you don't have a Leo in your life in some capacity. Maybe a friend. It seems like somebody, or even maybe a competitor in some way. Somebody that, I don't know, maybe somebody that is kind of a friend, kind of somebody you've always been in competition with. Oops, I'm out of focus. I stare off into the darkness of my kitchen when I'm doing readings. Sometimes I forget I can go out of focus like that. But I do feel like it is somebody who, for better or worse, kind of pushes you to do more, to refine your skills, to have loftier goals. I think that, you know, at times this can be quite maddening for you. I think with the fire there is that fire of creation, but it can also be destructive. I think sometimes you lose control of maybe your jealousy, you know, just your inability to kind of relay your feelings, or even maybe understand your feelings. I think it's kind of like there's a red hot zone there. You don't always want to look or examine it, but you know that this is kind of a place that is emotional, can, you know, bring up uncomfortable feelings. But at the same time, I think that this is kind of what gets you going along the way, you know. I almost picture somebody that is like a contemporary, maybe. A friend and a contemporary. Somebody that you've known as you've grown into your work. And so there is kind of a love-hate relationship there. And I think that's quite mutual. I don't know how, I don't imagine a Leo and a Cancer. I don't know how close they would be. I think that they seem quite opposite to me, but that doesn't mean that there wouldn't be a, you know, a nicely fitted relationship there, friendship. Now this little bug here, that to me just looks cute. Just kind of something moseying along. And so I feel on the other end of things, there is kind of just this feeling of a solid, consistent kind of calmness in kind of escaping these fires, continuing into these places where you feel at home. I feel like almost, you know, away in your laboratory. You've had your little moments of interaction, a little bit of competition, and you know, just kind of sharing ideas and whatever, the emotional stirrings that come from socializing with those that you respect, but you also would like to defeat in some ways, or best anyways. And as you leave that energy and return back to where you feel you belong, you know, kind of sequestered away from all of that people-y stuff, just kind of this happy little bug, happy little beetle. And you know, just taking your time, going with the flow of things, and quite solid. Here we have, it looks like some possibly Saturnine energy, some emotionality, it seems, maybe, I don't know, a relief of a change in season, going into well, if you're in the northern hemisphere, going into those darker months. The days are getting shorter and shorter, aren't they? Or if you're in the southern hemisphere, going into those long stretches of hot. But, you know, I think in these transitional places there are, I mean, I don't know, how can you not be affected by the weather, you know? And I wonder, really, when is daylight savings time coming up? I haven't looked really, but it must be coming up soon, maybe next month, if anybody has that where you live. I know that a lot of places are abandoning it or don't have it at all. Okay. I'm just gonna fully yawn here without trying to hide it. Oh my goodness. So we have kind of a grumpy face here, you know, and it's funny because I really always picture Cancer as being kind of being a person that where you are happy, you may be perceived as being upset or grumpy. I feel like you're a person that people ask often, are you okay? Are you upset? Or at least they think it. They can't tell if you're annoyed, if you are just really concentrating, if you don't want to be spoken to. But it's just kind of maybe your disposition, your default disposition. And I think it's, you know, I don't know what it is about Cancers, but I feel like that is often the experience I've had with them. where it's sometimes hard to read what's going on here. Are you upset, or do you just want to be left alone? Oh, you don't want to be left alone at all. Well, why do you look so upset? Oh, you're happy. Okay. You know. So, I don't know. It is a mystery to me, even to this day. But one that is also, you know, not a terrible mystery, not anything that is not super lovable. You know, it's just kind of a little bit of effort for us on the outside, isn't it? Now we have a flower growing right in the middle. And I'm thinking of, well, my roses are on their 4th, I think. I've been deadheading them, so they're on their, I imagine, their last round of buds. Their 4th bloom, which has been beautiful this year. And I look at this and I think, you know, the mysteries, the secrets, the sub rosa, those hidden, beautiful, enchanting things right at the center of the universe. And I feel this is what drives you mad sometimes. Mad and full of lust and amour and all those things. And you know, it's something that not many can understand, that kind of motivation. It's something, you know, left to the holy people, the monks and nuns and occultists and alchemists and these kinds of thinkers, and often the cancers. So, you know, I think in this cycle we're happy in our place of worship, happy in our place of research, happy in our temple, okay? And I see here we have, it looks like the little temple, and I see we have 3 different pathways, okay? Which you will choose, I don't know, but you have some decisions coming. You know, and in each way that you walk, there is happiness hidden there. Even if just for small moments. You cannot make a wrong choice. It might feel like it, but you can't. We have somebody kneeling. Oops. Come on, Lenor. We have somebody kneeling here. Okay, and we have a heart. And you live for love, ultimately, in its purest form, and whatever that means to you, whatever that has ever meant to you. I think you live knowing that you are loved, you are loved, and you love, and you love. And, you know, if it is present in the front of your mind or not, I think this is what has allowed you, this is what has given you that sense of safety throughout your life, so that you may travel widely in the interior and the exterior. The search for love, the ever-present residue of love. I think that when you come to a place of being entwined with somebody, if it lasts or not, you have people who are ever devoted to you, and in a lot of ways you remain devoted as well. But you're also a person that doesn't take a lot of, guff. You don't take a lot of messiness. You have pretty firm boundaries. It's a good thing. So now you must create. Make use of all of this dark goodness that you have. Okay, let's see. I kind of almost think that there will be an opportunity to have almost like maybe an investor or somebody who will join your endeavor, whatever it is. If that's your household, if it is a company that you have, or some kind of creative project. I can see a person of some sort, maybe, and I think more of an investor than a co-creator. But I think just to be discerning about that. I can't imagine a Cancer person giving up any kind of creative control or vision. So if you can do things yourself, you should. But I think that opportunity will be there and will reveal itself soon. But be mindful, realistic. Okay, we have the lightness of being affirmation cards. These are the earth element. And we're going to go ahead and stop. Oh, and there we go. We have a nice rose. And it says universal love, harmony. Contemplate yourself as a chalice for love, the blooming of the rose. The secrets of your love, they are in bloom. What will you do with that? What will you do with that? All right. I want to say thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such a pleasure and such an honor. If you'd be so kind as to like the video, it helps us get into the algorithm. And as we know, the algorithm runs this reality. Probably most of them. And so we like to make the algorithm happy by giving it the engagement that it seeks. So these are things like liking the video, sharing the readings on other social media platforms, watching the readings from the beginning to the end. Of course, you don't have to do any of these things, but I bring them up just in case you are so inclined to support the channel in some way, and these are very helpful ways indeed. Other than that, if you have not subscribed, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell when you do, and it will let you know when the next videos are coming out. If you'd like to leave a comment, I would love, love, love to hear from you. Yes, more than anything in the world. Because I miss you. I miss hearing from you all, and it makes me so happy when I wake up in the morning and read the comments and read them throughout the day, and I get to reply to each and every one of them from my heart. So, anyhow, we will talk again in just a few days. Thank you. I love you. Have a nice, I guess weekend. Probably, yeah, weekend. All right. Bye-bye.